Here's a question for you. With Islam Makhachev's skills and DC and Khabib as his mouthpiece, how does he go wrong? Now, the answer is also very obvious. There's no question Islam could win a world championship today. He might not. You start running the Gaethjes and the Chandlers and the Oliveras of the world, he might not, but he might. Can we agree on that? He can beat those guys. They can beat him too. He can beat those guys. His problem is, how do I get the shot? There is one guy at the top in that division. His name is Tony Ferguson, who is willing, once he got up in the loft, to leave the ladder down behind him. He is the only guy. Everybody else pulled it up. The top 5 guys at 155 are stars. 155 is the hardest weight class there is. 15 of the guys are damn good fighters. 5 of them are stars. Those 5 stars will not fight anybody except for each other. So how do you break into that? And the only one on the top, he gets no credit for it. He should. He gets credit with me. Who spread the butter was Tony Ferguson. Can't get the other guys to do it. So what do you do if you're Islam? As good as you are, what do you do? And there's an answer. Of course there is. Keep winning. It will happen. Dana will make it happen. I'm talking about, how do you speed that up? How do you speed that up when you have the blessing of the most famous Muslim athlete in the world, and your teammate is the organization's announcer? Major opportunities, right? Major legs up. I have seen Khabib on behalf of Islam and Islam on behalf of himself, swinging and missing nonstop. They're going for it. But they keep missing. They have one right now. Khabib came out. He's talking about Islam's fight with RDA. Khabib said it will be, I'm quoting, it's a major statement if Islam can finish RDA, and more specifically on the ground. So now Khabib has given the game plan out, of which you don't have to put on your Colombo rain jacket to come to the conclusion in the first place that Islam's going to try to get down on RDA and start to bludgeon him. But Khabib has now made this interesting. This is now a fact. The way that he worded it, the people who have picked it up, and the way that it was said was in that of a fact. In the world of sales, that's called a predetermined sale. Guys in the car business will be taught. They won't ask you if you want this car. They'll start to talk to you about your car. What color did you want your car? And you'll be taking this car home today. You have room in the driveway for your car. It's as though it's already done. And a lot of the time, it works. It's a strategy. Khabib put this out that it will be, period. It will be a major statement by Islam if he stops RDA, particularly on the ground. And I saw Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje do this. They came out and told us this is for the most dangerous man, most violent man. I watched the young lady come out and tell us all she's going to be the youngest champion in UFC history. She's going to beat John Jones. And then she won and won again. Macy Barber stayed undefeated. She would have gotten that title shot had she remained undefeated and prior to that birthday, so that she could have beaten John Jones. It was one of those things that she threw out there, but it came across as a statement of fact. Not a suggestion, not a proposition. Not a, hey guys, would this impress you? If I stop this guy, will that impress you? Well, what if I do it on the ground where he's really good? What if I do it then? Will that really impress you? That'd be one way to do it. You would have brought it to our attention. The way Khabib did it, much like the way Macy Barber did it, much like the way Eddie and Justin together as partners did it, there was no room for response. It all had to do with the wording. I don't think Khabib got strategic. I don't think he sat down and realized how to word. I think it happened on accident. It happened either way. And Khabib now just gave us a reason and something to look for and put a lot of pressure on his guy. This wasn't an easy one. This is a lot. You got to get RDA down, then you got to keep him there. You got to do so much of a better and overwhelming job than he's doing back to you, and he's a former champion, that the referee stops. I mean, there's a lot of things on it. But if it happens, it will be a major statement. Khabib said so. I believed him when he said it. I think he makes a point. I never really understood that match. I feel as though that match, I'm talking RDA versus Islam, has a very personal element to it that we, the audience, have never been revealed. I think I even know what it is. I think. But that's their job to tell that part of the story, and they never have. That's not a massive fight. That's not a mega fight. That's not anything like that. It could be if they came out with this personal element, of which I think I know what it is, but they haven't told it yet. I don't want to speak out of school, so I don't want to say what it is. Until now. Now I have a very meaningful reason to watch this, and now I know what I'm watching for. I know who has all the pressure on them. I realize that RDA does not. This is not about now who gets their hand raised and who doesn't. This is very much Logan versus Floyd. One guy has to stop the other guy. A draw is not a draw. A draw is a you lose, I win. We've all agreed to it. Khabib set the table, did a great job. Now, apparently, Islam has to, on the ground, stop a former world champion.